People of the world, hello. So this is an update video to the 968 bonnet light parasitic drain issue, and I did a video on this earlier. I'll link a video in the description below, so you should watch that one first if you didn't watch that one already. Okay, so here we go. So I fixed the bonnet light the other day, and as I described in my last video, and I'll do a quick review, the light wasn't working, it didn't come on, and I had a parasitic draw on the battery. So if I left the car overnight and came back the next day, sometimes it would be flat and other times it wasn't. And it was a break, actually several breaks in this wiring harness here, which as you can see I've repaired. And I did the repair, I wound it all up, I put a nice cover on it and everything, and went away, and I came back, and the light was, it has a mind of its own. It came on and it stayed on and it would not go off. And as I said, I checked the micro switch down here. The micro switch was fine, that was operating, but the light would not go off. And then I pulled all the relays, and nothing would turn the light off. It was on permanently. And as I've said before, there's not a lot of information on the 968 on the wiring for this light online. Not that I can find anyway. Maybe somebody has some. And if you have some, please mention, please put your link in the comments below if you have like an online wiring diagram or anything like that. I'm sure it'd be useful to some people, because the 968 has a different wiring setup to the 944. Anyway, having said all that, let's get back to where I am right now. So the light comes on and it won't go off. And I have sourced the cause of this problem. And again, it's intermittent, which seems to be a habit with this car. It has intermittent wiring issues, especially with this light. So here we go, I found the problem again. And it's down here and it's in the wiring. And this time it appears to be in this wiring section. And this wiring is to the micro switch, which controls the circuit, which is fine, as I said. And the wiring goes down through this grommet, and then it goes through this metal sheet and runs under the car somewhere behind the bumper, and it sprouts up, or some of the wiring from the micro switch sprouts up over there in that loom, I guess, somewhere. But I'm not exactly sure. I haven't followed that circuit, so I don't really know. But I have found the break. And the makey breaky wiring loom is this section here, and I've kind of moved it a bit. I've put a little extra through this rubber grommet here so I can check it. But I'm just going to show you here what happens. So at the minute my catch is open, and I'm going to close the catch. This is going to be difficult to do holding my phone with one hand, but here we go. We close the catch, so we break the circuit and the light goes off. Perfect. And that's how it was the other day. However, this loom sometimes, because it's broken, as you can see, if I, oh no, now it's not doing it again. The light's off, the light's on. And that's just me twiddling the loom here. I'm not doing anything else. So I know there's another break in the loom. There we go. You can see it flashing, the reflection there. Flashing on, off. So it's a problem with this portion of the loom. So I don't know if I'm going to have to replace the whole loom on this car, because it seems to have some issues. And the issue in this particular portion of the loom is a bit strange, because this isn't a moving portion. It's basically just staying at the same angle all of the time. It's not like the portion of the loom I had over here, which moves when you open and close the bonnet. This whole thing folds, and over time the wires break. This part doesn't have that problem. There's a little clip here which holds the connector in place, and then the grommet where the loom goes through. It really doesn't move, so I don't really know why it's broken over time. I can guess it may have something to do with the heating and cooling, because it's quite close to the radiator here, and of course it's in the engine bay, so it might be heating and cooling over time. Or maybe someone's pulled the loom at some point in its history and maybe broke the wire. I'm not really sure. And so I don't know if this is going to be a common issue on other people's vehicles or not. Again, like if you've got an issue with your hood light, you might want to just check it. but it's certainly an issue for me, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that now. That's all, folks, so see you later once this is done. Ta-ta.